Hi, this is Anthony Gettig from the Pro Tools for VoiceOver blog. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a very basic VoiceOver template, something that you can use each time you start a new session just to get you up and rolling with the basic session parameters that you need instead of having to create a whole new session and every single time. So if you have the quick start dialog, that's great. You'll choose create a blank session. If you don't have that, that's okay, because you can get to this by going up to File and then choose a new session. Okay, because what we're going to do is basically create the session we want and then save that as a template. So I'm going to create a blank session. Now this is really important. Pay attention here because you're going to want to make sure you have your file type right, whether you're using WAVs or AIFFs. I keep it on WAV files most of the time. 16-bit, 24, 32, most of the time. For a basic template, you're fine. 16-bit, 44.1 kilohertz, that's great. One caveat here, if you're going to be doing a lot for video, you may want to change that to 48K. That's totally fine. But we're doing a very simple template here. I/O settings, you're going to pick whatever your I/O settings that you want to use here. I happen to be using my Fast Track C600 for my interface, so I'm just going to keep that like it is. Go ahead and hit OK. And then it's going to ask you where to save it. And so I'm just going to put this on my desktop here and save the session as something that you will be able to easily recognize as a template name. Okay, so I'm just going to call this my 1644 VO template. Great. I hit save and it builds all the windows, creates the directory structure and everything. And here we go. We have a blank session, right? Well, the first thing we're going to want is a couple of tracks. And I can do that by either hitting on the Mac, Shift Command N, or the Windows equivalent. And I can do that. Or I can go up to Track and choose New. In its simplest form, just a single mono track will do you just fine. Okay? Maybe you want to have more than one. Great, you can create two there. Maybe you like to have like 4 tracks in there. Whatever you want to do. We're just going to go with 2 to begin with. And the first thing you want to do is once you've got those created, come in here and name them, because the worst thing you can do is leave it as the default. It'll drive you nuts. So here's VO1, and then we'll hit next and call this VO2. Okay, why did I create 2 tracks? I don't know. I just like to have more than one. So I'm going to go ahead and size this the way I want it. I'm good there. I typically, when I'm recording, have this muted, so I will keep these muted here as well. Okay, I've got a very basic track, and I think I'm good here. So I want to save this as a template, right? So here we go. We're going to come up here to File, Save as Template. There we go. Choose that. And what category do you want to keep them in? I have some AMG, that's my name. I have some for my own category. I'm going to create a new category, and I'm going to call it VO Templates. Great. This is my 1644 VO template. Looks good. If I had any media, like say I had some standard music beds or slugs or something that I wanted to put in here, I could include that as well. I'll say OK. Done. It is saved. Super. So now I'm going to go up here and close this session. Alrighty. And you can see here on my desktop, it dropped it right there. In fact, I can actually move that to trash. I don't need it anymore. So now I'm going to go ahead and come back over to Pro Tools and create a new session. This time, though, I'm going to say Create Session from Template. And I'm going to look in my VO templates. Hey, there's my template. If I want to change any of these session parameters, I can. I'm not going to. I hit OK. It's going to ask me where do I want to save it. I'm going to save this on my desktop as super great VO session. And I'll even make the U the right case. There we go. Hit save, and there we go. I am creating the windows, and up comes my session. Look at that. I've got VO1, VO2. They're both muted to start with. I'm ready to go. All I got to do is hit record, and then record and go up here, and I'm rolling. Of course, I'm not getting any audio because I don't have a mic hooked up to this right now, but you get the idea. So there you go. That is very simply how to create a simple voiceover template. Look for my next video, which will show you how to create a much more advanced voiceover template for Pro Tools. Thanks for watching.